Have you ever wondered what happens to a product after it's launched? Spoiler alert, launching is just the beginning. From idea to decline, every product goes through a journey. Welcome to today's post on everything product management for beginners. Today, we're diving deep into the life cycle of a product, a foundational concept every product manager, marketer, and entrepreneur needs to understand. Whether you're new to product management or looking for a refresher, this guide will walk you through each stage, what to expect, and how to manage your product's journey from birth to retirement. In this video, we're breaking down the entire life cycle of a product, step by step, so you can understand how great products are built, scaled, and eventually retired. Let's dive in. The product life cycle refers to the entire journey a product goes through from conception to withdrawal from the market. Understanding this process helps product managers make strategic decisions at every stage about resource allocation, marketing approaches, feature development, and long-term planning. Think of the product life cycle like the seasons of the year. Each phase has distinct characteristics, challenges, and opportunities that require different strategies and approaches. Just as a farmer adjusts their activities based on whether it's spring planting season or autumn harvest, product managers must adapt their tactics based on where their product sits in its life cycle. Most models describe the product life cycle in 4 or 5 main stages, but for clarity and practicality, we'll focus on the core 4: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Some models include a development or exit stage, but we'll touch on those as needed. Product development. This is commonly referred to as the pre-launch stage. The key focus is on ideation, market research, feasibility studies, prototyping, MVP, which stands for minimum viable product, and early validation. The role of the product manager in this stage is to define the problem you're solving, conduct customer interviews, align stakeholders, create a product roadmap, work with UX, UI, and developers, and validate assumptions with an MVP. The metrics to watch at this stage are customer discovery learnings, time to prototype, usability test results, and technical feasibility. This stage is cost-heavy and revenue-light. This means that you're spending money to build but have no incoming cash flow yet. Introduction. So now your product is live. You have launched into the market. This is both an exciting and challenging stage. The product is now available to be used by the public, most of whom will be paying for it. Your primary goal is to create initial awareness and wide adoption. So you have to engage in significant promotion and marketing. As a newbie, you have just released your product and need to tell people about it so that they can start buying and using it. As an advanced PM, you are executing your go-to-market strategy, doing targeted advertising, PR campaigns, influencer marketing, sales enablement, and establishing distribution channels. The focus is on reaching early adopters and innovators who are willing to try new things. At this point, sales are slow because the product is trying to build recognition and trust, and you are most likely running at a loss. But don't worry, hopefully it gets better. You start getting feedback from users, so you continually iterate to fix the bugs, refine the issues, improve user experience. You are getting real-world feedback, so you have to make use of it. Your initial pricing might be to enable market penetration. Profit is not the general focus at this point. The key characteristics at this stage are high marketing costs, low or negative profit, and low sales. You are more focused on building awareness for your product. As a product manager, you are driving initial adoption, gathering feedback as rapidly as possible, iterating quickly, achieving product-market fit, and demonstrating early value. You watch out for metrics like daily monthly active users, customer acquisition cost, CAC, retention rate, and Net Promoter Score, NPS. Growth. If you successfully launch your product, it enters the growth stage. You start seeing sales and profit rise as more customers become increasingly aware of the product. You also see increased competition at this stage because the more your product succeeds, the more other people try to imitate you. The key focus is to scale operations, improve infrastructure, expand features, refine pricing models, and expand into more markets. As a product manager, your role is to prioritize features that unlock growth, monitor infrastructure and technical debt, collaborate with sales and CS, start thinking about competitive threats, and enable A/B testing and experimentation. At this stage, you watch out for metrics like revenue growth, churn rate, customer lifetime value, CLTV, conversion rate, and market share. This stage is exciting. Your job is to scale efficiently without breaking the product or team. You might even start investing in brand building. Maturity. This is the stage where your product sales growth starts to slow down and eventually plateaus. The market has become saturated at this point, and most of the people who want your product already have it. Competition is also at its fiercest at this stage, with everyone fighting for market share. This leads to a price war and increased marketing spend. As a product manager, your focus shifts from customer acquisition to retention. You want to keep the customers you have and do what you can to stop them from moving to your customer. With reduced sales, even when it is still high, and increased spend on marketing and customer retention efforts, your profit margin will likely decline. Companies start to strive towards product differentiation to show what gives their product an edge to the customer. This could mean incremental improvements, market modifications to find new users or other uses for the product, product modifications to make it more appealing, and line extensions like new flavors or sizes. The key characteristics in this stage are peak sales, high competition, stable but potentially declining profits. The market is saturated. The product manager focuses on maximizing profitability, retaining existing customers, fending off competition, exploring product extensions and differentiations, and optimizing operational efficiency. Decline. At this stage, market interest begins to drop. New technologies, competitors, or changing customer needs make the product less relevant. The key focus shifts to sunset planning, resource reallocation, splitting existing users, and potential repositioning. As a product manager, your role is to decide whether to retire, pivot, or relaunch. Communicate clearly with users and stakeholders, preserve brand equity, and to retain data and learnings for future products. You watch out for metrics like decline rate in usage, support ticket trends, revenue versus cost ratio, and sentiment analysis. Don't be afraid to sunset a product. A graceful exit can free up resources for the next big opportunity. Not every product follows the cycle clearly. Some products fail in introduction, some stagnate in growth, others reinvent themselves and re-enter the cycle. Example, Nintendo and Apple. Product life cycles are a framework, not a formula. Your job is to recognize where you are and act accordingly. As a PM, understanding the product's life cycle helps you make data-driven decisions, plan roadmaps more strategically, communicate with stakeholders clearly, and adapt your metrics and KPIs at each stage. It also helps avoid two common mistakes: trying to grow before product market fit and holding on to a dying product for too long. Here are some real-world examples of products with different life cycles. Facebook, maturity stage, evolving with new features like Threads and Meta. Clubhouse, rapid growth followed by a sharp decline. Slack grew into maturity, got acquired, now integrated into Salesforce. BlackBerry, once at the top, now an example of a decline that wasn't managed well. In conclusion, every product has a life. Understand it, don't fight it. Also, success depends on making the right decisions at the right stage. Your role as a PM changes throughout the cycle. You have to be adaptable. Understanding the product life cycle helps companies optimize investments, tailor their marketing strategies, and ultimately extend the lifespan of their products. The ultimate goal isn't to fight the natural life cycle, but to maximize value creation at each stage while positioning for long-term success. Whether that means extending a profitable maturity phase, timing a strategic pivot during decline, or investing heavily during growth, understanding where your product sits in its life cycle is fundamental to making these decisions effectively. Thanks for watching. If this helped clarify the product life cycle for you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more product management content. Do you have questions or want me to break down a specific phase in detail? Drop a comment below. Until next time, keep building smart and stay user-focused.